There are 7 female YouTubers that perfectly represent the 7 deadly sins, and today we're going to break them down one by one. Pride, greed, lust, wrath, envy, gluttony, and sloth. These creators show these sins so clearly that it almost feels like they're trying to be examples. Starting off with the sin of pride. Pride is basically when you think you're the chosen one, sent by the universe to bless the peasants with your existence. It's that unstoppable ego that makes you believe every move you make is flawless. And if anyone criticizes you, they're just jealous. And if there's one person who embodies this energy to a cosmic level, it's Emilst.
Emilst and Akim. Of cringy TikTok couple, what comes to mind? A lot would say Emilst.
On the surface, Ems and Akim seem like the perfect social media couple, wealthy, successful, and admired by thousands. But when you take a closer look, you notice things don't quite add up.
Emilst is a YouTuber known for her romantic short videos with her husband. But these aren't normal cute couple videos. These are the type of videos that look like they were pulled straight out of a Wattpad story written by a 12-year-old who thinks money can fix everything. Her husband is supposed to be this rich young CEO, and she is the princess who gets everything she wants.
Wait, baby, where are you going?
Sorry, I didn't talk to strangers.
Oh, my bad. Are you open-minded?
What? No.
Do you live alone?
We're in public.
Just kidding. I got your favorite sweets, by the way.
A 14-year-old boy even made a TikTok video exposing how everything was staged, from the CEO title to the credit cards, and how their luxury was just props and rented stuff. Instead of admitting it or staying quiet, Emilst doubled down and clapped back at her critics. She said that people were just jealous of her perfect life. Even before the big drama with Hyoga and Teddy, Emilst had been dragged all over the internet for being fake. Many people started noticing how unrealistic her content was. The way she flexed money and acted like her husband was some top-level CEO didn't make sense, especially because they were always filming by themselves with no crew and the editing was low effort. People began exposing them for faking their lifestyle, but it didn't stop there. When this boy exposed them, Emilst threatened to sue him. Yes, a grown woman threatening to sue a 14-year-old kid for exposing the truth. She claimed everything he said was false and defamation, and she played the victim card hard, saying she was being bullied. This move made many people lose respect for her completely because it showed how far she would go to protect her fake image. She also threatened to sue other small creators and even random people leaving negative comments. She basically wanted to silence everyone so she could keep her fairy tale going. She's known for blocking literally anyone who gives her feedback. If you've ever commented on one of her videos in a way she didn't like, congrats, you're probably blocked. She uses YouTube's copyright system to take down videos that expose her. She'll post private profiles to her massive audience just to shame them. She's literally turned her fans into an attack army. And if you cross her, she'll sick them on you like it's the Hunger Games. Just ask Hyoga, another content creator who used to be friends with her. He tried to hold her accountable when she publicly doxed and humiliated one of her followers on Instagram. He messaged her politely, like seriously politely.
But she especially gets off on putting people on blast in front of her whole audience. Imagine you're waking up to your private profile being posted in a public Instagram channel that is owned by her. You will have hundreds of thousands of angry people sending you death threats just because you happen to criticize her. Now, last year, this was actually happening and I saw that going down in real time. I then decided to reach out to her from creator to creator and tell her that it's not okay. Here's the message.
And said he couldn't support the way she was publicly shaming viewers. And how did she respond? Not with reflection, not with apology. No, she accused him of using her for—
Here's the message. Hi, I saw your message in your channel publicly shaming a viewer in front of thousands of followers. It's called witch hunting and it's a practice that I don't support, therefore I'm going to distance myself from you. I wish you the best of luck in your growth as a content creator and hopefully a change of practice in the future so that I can confidently support you again. Until then, farewell. Mind you, I tried to stay as diplomatic as possible even though I saw this shit happen for the 10th time just on different servers or different platforms. And what do you think her reaction was after this message? Maybe she apologized, maybe a change of practice. Maybe she had a come to Jesus moment where she would finally admit her wrongdoings. Well, unfortunately and to no one's surprise, nothing of that happened. What message I received next was an absolute embarrassment that could only come from her. Believe it or not, I know that's not the main reason for you to distance yourself from me. You just want to take the opportunity to gain the fame since there are so many people that are against me now. I've been there for you throughout your YouTube journey and this is what I get in return.
fame. Girl thinks she's the center of the universe, as if anyone would gain clout by criticizing Emilst in 2025. That's not just pride, that's delusion. All of this built up the pride she had. She thought she was untouchable. She thought she was better than everyone else, living this perfect princess life that no one else could ever reach. But then, the final blow came from the people closest to her. Her old friends, Hyoga and Teddy, who were also couple influencers. They make romantic content too, but at least they showed some real personality and weren't obsessed with flexing. They used to be very close with Emilst. They supported her, did collaborations, and seemed to be good friends behind the scenes. But one day, Emilst randomly posted on her Instagram story bashing them. She said her husband was the perfect man, so loyal and respectful, unlike some men who followed half-naked girls online. She made it sound like she had the highest moral ground, as if her relationship was the standard everyone should follow. But Hyoga and Teddy didn't stay silent. They hit back with receipts.
Recently, Emilst tried to stir up drama by throwing shade at Hyoga and Teddy's relationship. She body-shamed Teddy when she herself edited her own body and claimed Hyoga follows half-naked girls on Instagram, and basically tried to paint herself as the victim of everything going wrong. But then, Hyoga decided, enough is enough. He came forward to clear things up and expose the truth. He revealed that Kim's isn't actually a CEO and the infamous black card they always flex online. Yeah, it's fake. And when Emilst made a big deal about suing minors overseas for hate comments, Hyoga rightfully pointed out how ridiculous and immature that is. Who sues faceless IDs or 14-year-olds online? It screams insecurity. Then Teddy stepped in with screenshots, showing Emilst mocking Hyoga behind his back, calling him a twink boyfriend. After the backlash, Emilst took to her stories to defend herself, saying she was under mental stress, that she's human, that she's made mistakes, and that she even apologized 3 times. But here's where it gets sketchy. She never publicly apologized on her platforms, not on Instagram, not on YouTube. She focused only on the server incident, her lashing out, and completely ignored the real issues. She still hasn't owned up to lying about her religion, her husband's job, the fake black card, the photoshopped pictures and videos, and the false information she's pushed for years.
They exposed Emilst for copying their video ideas multiple times. They showed proof that Emilst would steal concepts from their videos and post them as her own, without giving any credit. When called out, instead of apologizing, she fired back by body-shaming Teddy, calling out her stomach size and mocking her looks. This was when the internet really turned on Emilst. People could ignore the fake CEO story, but attacking a friend's body? That was too far. Hyoga didn't hold back. He exposed more secrets, saying the CEO title was fake, the credit cards were fake, and the relationship was all for views and money. He revealed that Emilst edits all her photos and videos heavily, and even edits her husband's face to look more perfect. Meanwhile, she was mocking Teddy for looking natural. The hypocrisy was shocking, and the delusions didn't stop there. She accused Hyoga of copying her art contest idea, like full-on acted like she invented the concept of online art competitions.
Now, I wish this was everything that I would have to talk about here, but unfortunately, there's a lot of more stuff that we have to cover. After yet again failing to address my concerns that I expressed towards her, she will have this galaxy brain moment, this absolute genius idea to just go ahead and randomly slander my art contest that I would have with my fans at that time. Oh, so we're doing art contests now? What a coincidence! What did I say? I'm not a fan of your contest. My reaction to that, can I not make art contests? To which her response was, just asking though, because out of many contests, right after I did mine, never seen another content creator did the same contest. You get expired by me, admit it! Yet another solid entry into a lifelong commitment of avoiding reality. This specimen right here really thinks that no one else but her in this world ever did art contests. That's when I realized that logic has officially left the chat, and that was also the moment when I decided to end our friendship and just block her, because my last 2 brain cells were actually dying. Now, instead of taking the L and just move on with your life, she immediately texted my girlfriend and tried to continue the conversation there. And after a little bit of back and forth, the art contest was a topic again. My girlfriend jokingly told her, oh my god, I just looked it up on Wikipedia. It's crazy, just found out you created art contests. I'm so sorry. To which she had the absolute most delusional response I've ever seen on the internet. Then show me which creators do art contests beside me. May I see? To which my girlfriend answered, just look it up on YouTube. Anywhere. To which her response was, where's the account? Who's the creator? You cannot make this shit up even if I tried to. The amount of delusion that she has is actually impressive. Like, she's really sitting there thinking that she created art contests. Just have a little patience here. Next year, she's gonna tell you that she was actually the one who discovered colors.
And when Hyoga finally cut ties, she didn't stop. She dragged his relationship with Teddy through the mud, taking a random comment from a teenage fan and turning it into a full-blown Instagram story where she implied Hyoga was cheating.
But then there was one thing that got sent to me that actually caught my eye a little bit. This is a comment from a random, presumably 14-year-old follower of her, saying Hyoga could never, he follows a lot of naked girls. The comment as it stands there doesn't really bother me. That point is being made quite often under her videos. But then Emilst had this galaxy brain moment, this fantastic idea of taking this argument, putting that in her Instagram story, taking the opportunity to slander mine and Teddy's relationship. And I'm gonna show you the Instagram story right now. I usually stay quiet about things, but I just wanted to say this. Please don't compare my husband, a man who treats me with love, care, and deep respect, to anyone who doesn't represent those values. This is fine so far. My husband is kind, very loyal, respectful. He doesn't interact with half-naked girls online. He doesn't embarrass me. He protects my heart, not his ego. He shows up for me every single day. So to see people compare him to someone who does the complete opposite feels unfair and honestly really disappointing. disappointing. Please don't project unhealthy relationships onto ours. Who could she possibly be talking about here? After this, I have no doubt that she has been seeing that negative comment about me, saw it got popular, and then took this opportunity to make herself and her husband look good by shitting on me and my girlfriend.
After all this exposure, Emils tried to act like she was the victim again. She posted a long story acting sad, saying she was still learning and growing, that she was just human, and blamed others for taking advantage of her kindness.
My heart, I didn't have to do any of that, but I wanted to because that's the kind of friend I was. Aww. Remember that interview with Bella Hadid, and they were like, what's something that you hate about yourself? I'm too kind. What's something that you love about yourself? I'm too kind.
Okay, Bella, best habit.
I guess being kind?
Worst habit.
I guess being kind.
She said she wanted peace and that she didn't regret the memories she had with Hyoga and Teddy, but everyone saw through it. It was just another move to make herself look innocent and keep her prideful image alive. Now moving from pride to greed, which is about wanting more and more, no matter who you hurt. And no one shows greed like only JS.
I hate only JS. I don't usually say I hate people, but I would pay to slap the shit out of only JS. Was scrolling through my For You page and only JS's live came up. I feel like I just got hate crime.
Only JS might officially be the world's worst content thief.
Only JS might just be the biggest career crash TikTok has ever seen.
Only JS, whose real name is Isabella Avila, rose to fame on TikTok in late 2019 and early 2020 by making fast-paced, engaging videos that explained psychology facts, science trivia, and brain hacks. Her style was sharp, confident, and full of quirky delivery, which helped her content go viral almost overnight. At one point, she was gaining millions of followers per month, and her fun facts format became instantly recognizable. Her quick success wasn't just due to her personality. She figured out how to game the TikTok algorithm perfectly. Short, snappy videos, bright subtitles, attention-grabbing hooks. She gave people just enough educational content to feel like they were learning something, even if a lot of it was recycled or poorly sourced. In just a few months, only JS went from being unknown to one of the most followed creators on the entire app, and TikTok even made her one of their official brand ambassadors. She collaborated with big companies such as Netflix, Tinder, etc. But as fast as she rose, the internet started digging into her past and her content, and the cracks started showing. She was a creator who only cared about views and money. JS was caught stealing jokes and entire video ideas from smaller creators without credit. She didn't just get inspired, she straight up copied and pasted, then acted like she invented everything. When she got called out, she posted half-hearted apologies that didn't feel real. She would say sorry in one video but keep doing the same thing over and over again. Or she would just ignore or deny the accusations completely even when proof was provided. It became clear that she only cared about numbers. She pushed out so many videos all built from other people's work because she wanted the money and clout. Fans started to notice, and many left. But she kept going because greed was stronger than anything else. She didn't care about building a real community or supporting other creators. She only wanted to grow her own brand, no matter who she stepped on. What made it worse was that she tried to act like a good person, pretending to care about mental health and social issues. But behind the scenes, she was taking ideas from smaller creators and even mocking them. People began to see the pattern. If a creator had a viral idea, JS would copy it. And if someone complained, she would either ignore them or post a fake apology. Her greed made her blind to the damage she was doing to other creators. She wanted all the success, all the sponsorships, and all the praise without putting in original effort. In the end, she became the perfect example of greed, someone who always wants more no matter what it costs others. Now, moving to lust, a sin that focuses on using attraction and desire to manipulate and gain power. And no one shows this better than Princess Amelia. Amelia is a very young influencer who started by posting dance and lifestyle content on TikTok, but her videos quickly turned from innocent fun to something way more adult-like. She dances in tiny outfits, uses moves meant to look seductive, and poses in ways that clearly target older audiences. The saddest part is that this brand is being pushed by her own family, especially her older brother, who is also her manager. Instead of at least trying to regulate what his sister is doing online, he's the one helping her film. What she's doing has attracted so many PDFs and creeps online, like a lot. If you search Princess Amelia Wu on Reddit, you'll find communities dedicated to lusting on Amelia filled with so many creeps and PDFs online. Even though Amelia is still very young, she has become a tool for her family's income. Her content is watched by millions of kids who think this is normal, and by adults who watch for the wrong reasons. The damage this does to young fans is huge, because it teaches them that being suggestive and acting older than your age is the best way to get attention and success. While Amelia herself is still a kid and not fully aware of everything happening, her family clearly knows what's going on. They chose to turn her into a brand built on lust because they saw dollar signs. Next up, we have wrath, which is defined as uncontrollable anger and hatred that leads to violence or destruction. Wrath is more than just getting mad. It's a consuming fire that burns everything in its path and drags others down with it. This is perfectly embodied by Bella the Wolf.
Recently, it came to my attention that there's this girl named Bella the Wolf.
Some girl who goes on the internet by Bella the Wolf.
By Bella's standards, you love Jesus, you're a nerd. You love Allah, you're a nerd. You love Bella?
So this is Bella the Wolf? The person on this planet has been begging me to expose somebody named Bella the Wolf. Now,
Bella the Wolf is a controversial YouTuber known for her aggressive bad gacha animation style of videos. She thrives on drama and conflict, and her entire brand is built around attacking others. She encourages her fans to engage in harassment campaigns and has even suggested self-harm to her viewers in the past. She has mocked the deaths of other creators and even ridiculed religious groups and soldiers, showing a complete lack of empathy and respect.
We bring in somebody who's actually a true victim of the things you've been saying. So let me just bring him in here so you can speak with him real quick. Carlos, you here with us today?
Oh my god, not the My Hero profile picture.
Hello, can you hear me? Don't, excuse me, ma'am. It is time for his deposition. Do not speak when you are not spoken to.
Well, hi there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, let me just like to say, first off, I'd really appreciate it if you wouldn't make fun of my profile picture. I just like the show, okay?
Yeah.
Is that okay with you? Bella?
Yeah, of course, if you like total garbage, but go on.
Wow, man. Damn.
Okay, well, can I get an apology for that real quick? I want to start off on the right foot. I think you should apologize to me first. I'm gonna be honest, all right? I'm a very peaceful guy. I want nothing but love and peace in the world, okay? I just want to talk this out with you, you know, man to woman or whatever you are. But I would just appreciate it if you could apologize for making fun of me. That's all I want to say. So could you do that?
Alright, I'm sorry, okay?
Alright, thank you. Now back to what I was saying. So my dad was actually a Royal Marine, and he had fought in the British Army for years, okay? He was in Afghanistan, he did many trips, and I saw all the stuff you were saying online about, you know, disrespecting soldiers and how...
Excuse me, are you giggling at this?
No, but is there something funny about my dad being a veteran? My dad is a fallen soldier. He did not make it back from his trip. Do you think that's funny? My dad is a deceased veteran. Do you think that's funny? You literally muting your mic. No, you had to mute your mic. You had to mute your mic because you just found it so hilarious that my father died in the war. Do you see how absolutely disgusting that is?
Miscarriage.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you think it's funny to make fun of dead soldiers? Yes or no?
Sometimes depends.
Do you think it's funny to murder dogs?
Yeah.
Objection! She also mocked a beloved YouTuber by the name of Technoblade.
Oh yeah? So what was the deal with that, huh? Why are you lying and saying that Technoblade is racist and making up fake tweets about him? Do you have something to say about that?
He's a racist.
How about
Bella's approach isn't just about calling people out. It's about annihilating them and making sure they feel worthless. She transforms every minor disagreement into a giant war and uses it to keep her audience hooked on negativity. Her fans become soldiers in her personal vendettas, constantly spamming hate wherever she points her finger. She doesn't accept responsibility for the emotional damage she causes and instead frames every backlash as proof that she's real or unfiltered. Wrath blinds her to the actual impact of her words and actions. She doesn't just want to win. She wants to destroy anyone who dares to criticize her. This scorched earth approach creates a toxic ecosystem where her followers feel justified in echoing her hatred. Next up, we got envy. Envy is like being a hater on steroids. You can't stand to see other people winning, so you keep crying about it online. And no one embodies envy like Pokimane.
Pokimane is back in some drama.
Pokimane was.
How does the wholesome nice girl on Twitch become one of the most widely hated and controversial streamers on the internet?
Pokimane is one of the most famous female streamers and YouTubers ever. She started off with a sweet, relatable persona, but under that surface is a deep bitterness that has guided so many of her decisions. Whenever a new creator starts rising or a new trend blows up, she's quick to jump in with passive-aggressive jabs or indirect shade.
Pokimane is back in some drama. If you don't know who she is, she's a streamer that a lot of people do not like. I think the last drama was her calling people broke for not buying her overpriced cookies.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
But yeah, today there's like 3 parts to this situation. The first one is that she made some comments about Twitch streaming being very male-dominated and basically implied some sexism type of stuff, which made people mad.
She constantly frames her struggles as a result of sexism or an unfair system, ignoring the fact that other creators, especially smaller ones, might simply have fresher ideas or stronger work ethics. She claimed male creators only grew big because they could be toxic without consequences, while women would get destroyed for the same behavior.
This tweet by Dexerto. Unfortunately, there aren't many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level. Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming more male-dominated. Here's what she said about it on a podcast.
As much as I think Kai and Speed are incredible, also when I think of them, I think of how much the audience has changed over the years as well. They're both two like young dudes who do kind of like crazy wild things. Unfortunately, there just aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on their level. Nowadays, the audience has gone more to being a lot of like younger dudes, which is amazing. I remember during the pandemic, I felt a much larger female presence, both in the audience and in regards to the streamers that we were seeing growing and becoming more popular.
This way, she paints herself as a tragic hero while quietly under undermining anyone who threatens her spotlight. Pokimane also downplayed the success of VTubers and new female creators, suggesting they got popular only because of weird audiences or simping fans. Instead of uplifting other women, she subtly tries to stay on top by planting seeds of doubt about everyone else's legitimacy.
There's actually plenty of top female streamers, but a lot of them are VTubers, right? And VTubers are essentially these creators who don't use face cam, but instead they have like this animated avatar, usually of this type of like anime girl type of person, and yeah, they just make their expressions through that, and they still have the same type of, you know, different types of content like gaming, chatting, etc. And apparently they just don't count for some reason, even though they are real women behind the scenes, you know, working hard, entertaining people. Obviously, they're just talking through an avatar. It's kind of the same as not using your face cam, right? Except they're just using an avatar. So yeah, people were kind of mad at her.
Recently, she went viral after ranting about the ultra-rich on a live stream with Jason the Wee, talking about wealth inequality, revolution, and how we hate the rich. But then the camera panned out, and, surprise, she was literally on a yacht in Paris while saying it. This was a woman who brags on Twitter about being the richest and happiest she's ever been, and owns multiple companies, flexes luxury brands, and shamed people who didn't buy her overpriced cookies by calling them broke boys. But when it's convenient, she wants to be seen as relatable, down to earth, and part of the struggle. This made people furious. Even XQC, who has beefed with her before over ego wars and streaming contracts, called her out for the hypocrisy, comparing it to running Taco Bell and becoming a billionaire because of a cheese taco, then turning around and saying, "We should eat the rich." She tried to shut down commentary channels that used her clips under fair use, weaponizing copyright to silence criticism. When it works, she calls it protecting her brand. When it fails, she plays the victim. Her pattern is clear. If someone else is shining, she'll do anything to pull the focus back to herself. This endless cycle of envy keeps her stuck in a loop of self-victimization and subtle sabotage. Instead of focusing on her own growth, she's too busy trying to make sure no one else gets ahead. That's classic envy energy. Moving on to gluttony. Gluttony is when you want more, and even when your closet is exploding, you still want more bags, more fillers, more brand deals. It's that endless hunger for consumption. And no one embodies this like Jasmine Tan.
Girl, if you want to be the girl of your dreams, and you're starting to get into girl, I do not know who needs to hear this, but I just want to girl, I am in Italy right now.
Jasmine Tan is a 26-year-old content creator who blew up in 2023 by posting short videos teaching women how to overcome their insecurities and love themselves. Her voice was soft, her tone gentle, and her message, "You're beautiful, you're strong, you're a goddess."
Okay, so I was actually bullied in high school by the girls in my class. Now, I don't want to drop any names because I'm not that petty. Bella, Jessica, Kelly, Melissa, how are y'all doing? Baby girlies, start taking notes because this is how to respond to mean girls. Now,
it was clickbait for your soul. Her videos racked up millions of views, 10 million, 63 million, even more, because she made girl feel heard. She made them feel wanted. She gave them what the world had denied them: affection, support, a warm hug on the screen. And for a while, she was the voice of a new kind of feminism. One that didn't sound like a college lecture, but like your big sister giving you pep talks through your phone. But that's where the hunger started. She didn't just want to lift people up, she wanted to be worshipped for doing it. She didn't want followers, she wanted believers. And that's when things took a turn. Jasmine openly glamorizes cosmetic enhancements like Botox at age 25.
baby girl, if you are in your mid-20s, then you need to watch this video. Remember when I said that my ultimate goal in life is to be a hot MILF? Well, this year I'm going to be 25. And because I smile all the time and I'm very expressive with my face, I am starting to develop forehead wrinkles. No, I refuse to age. So today I'm getting my wrinkles removed because no amount of skincare can fix this. So today you're coming with me to get my very first Botox. Let's go.
She's stated she refuses to age and promoted anti-aging products to young girls, many of whom are still in high school. That's textbook overconsumption. She doesn't just use beauty products, she binge markets them, all while pretending it's for self-love. She creates a panic around aging and forces her audience into the same toxic beauty loop she's stuck in. Her entire brand is based on self-love, but it's become clear that it's not about helping others feel better. It's about feeding her own need for control and admiration. She puts down others, like calling a 21-year-old woman old and washed up in a Pilates class, while promoting products meant to keep herself looking flawless.
A hater, but do you guys notice that us Gen Zs are aging really fast and looking way older than our actual age? Like, muka kita boros banget anjir. Like this morning, I saw this girl in my Pilates class, right? And I legit thought that she was like a mama muda that goes to Pilates class after she drops her kids to school in the morning. And today I was feeling sociable, right? So I poked her and I was like, oh my god, you awet muda banget. And she was like, bitch, what are you talking about? I'm 21. At that point, I wanted to unalive myself because, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Girly pop. She's still in school. She's 21. Why does she look like a mother of two who responsibly files her goddamn taxes every year?
So, how talking about this particular theme and then advertising retinol.
Let this serve as a public service announcement to start wearing retinol. It really doesn't have to be scary because you know what? Your big sister's got you.
Insinuating that the girl who looks 21 and is still in school is not supposed to look like that. Then use this retinol if you want to look good and don't look like this girl.
She mocks guys for being emotionally expressive, made a fake Pinterest search of ugly boys just to validate her narrative. She wants to be not just admired, but worshipped. It's not enough for her to be confident. She needs others to be beneath her to feel full. Finally, we come to the sin of sloth, which is defined as extreme laziness, an unwillingness to do work, and a reliance on shortcuts rather than effort. SSS Sniperwolf embodies this sin more than anyone else in the female YouTube space. SSS Sniperwolf started as a gaming YouTuber, but eventually shifted into reaction content. Okay, about that.
So one day, a long time ago, she would play video games online, and she met this guy. Let's call her Assassin Dog, and him Bacon. So Assassin Dog and Bacon become friends, but Bacon is really into her, and he's a smooth talker.
I got a message from this guy and he was like, I would drag my balls through a field of broken glass just to hear you fart through a walkie-talkie.
Wow, man. Damn.
And I guess that did it, because Assassin Dog fell in love. With Bacon, he suddenly approached her with an idea. They would create a new YouTube channel together, a gaming channel, where he would play the games and he'd send her the footage, and she would pretend she was playing and react. So he would be behind the scenes, she would be the face, and they'd co-own it 50-50. And the business plan worked, like really well.
At first glance, it might seem harmless, but her entire channel eventually devolved into low-effort reaction videos that required minimal preparation or creativity. Instead of putting in the time to create unique content or new concepts, she watches other people's videos and simply makes faces or adds basic commentary. She used to uploads daily and sometimes still do, sometimes multiple times a day, pushing quantity over quality to an extreme level. This approach not only shows laziness, but also disrespect for original creators whose work she piggybacks on. She continuously defends her style by claiming it's what her audience wants, ignoring the fact that she is essentially profiting off other people's effort without adding meaningful value. SSS Sniperwolf has also refused to take accountability for multiple controversies, including doxing another female creator and mocking smaller YouTubers. She dismisses valid criticism as jealousy and rarely makes sincere apologies, showing that she is not interested in self-improvement or higher effort. Her career is built on shortcuts, proving she embodies sloth through and through. If you made it this far, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed the breakdown, drop a like, share it with someone who needs to see this, and don't forget to subscribe for more brutally honest commentary. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.